Hi all, welcome to another Chess24 Banter Blitz. It's approaching 11:30. Let me just show you this voucher code, Kingscrusher. You can get whopping 15% off premium membership, get to challenge even the world chess champion and other amazing grandmasters, IMs, etc. So fantastic opportunity here at Chess24, very unique. Yeah, well worth it. So you can use this voucher code even to get 15% off. And you just challenge your streamers like 15-20 minutes, you turn up, send the challenges off, and it goes on our challenge list. I'm going to go to the challenge screen now. So, okay, I'm going to mute over here and go to the challenge screen. And the first challenge today is a very strong player. Okay, let's have a look. What happens here? Okay, Super Bohemio. Hi there. So, hoping audio and visual is okay. Just let me know if there's a problem. Against this, I think D5. I don't really like Piet's stuff. Okay, we're getting a French defense. And haven't we played this kind of thing before? We had an interesting game in this line where I took on B2, but it's quite dangerous after knight B5. If I just pin this instead, I'll do an innovation. Mind you, A3. I'm not sure this is a good innovation. Oh, okay. Maybe, is it interesting to do this? Or go back? Let me go back. Or here. There is knight A4 though. Yeah, it's a bit dangerous. Yes, this dark square bishop. Cutting across my king. Doesn't seem that clever to give this dark square bishop actually. Oh well. Try and play rook c8. A5, rook c8. Is there knight b4? Because AB there's knight b3. Here there's knight takes d3 and queen c2. So knight b4 looks like an interesting move. So to recap, AB, I think there's knight b3. If queen takes, there's knight d3. If rook takes, there's queen c2. Okay, so this gives me some light square potential. I think I will take and then knight b3 to stop rook c1. Is there bishop b3 here for a moment? I mean b5. That bishop could have been a dangerous for a Greek gift, so I think that was a good thing to take out. H6, is that going to be interesting soon? H6. Queen b6. H6, queen b6, double the rooks. Okay. That's asking me to do something. I'll do that. About the knight. Is there potentially queen c2 lurking around? or not. Queen c2. That looks interesting. Get all the challenges in, guys. Challenges welcome. So Queen c2. I don't know if am I pushing my luck because I haven't really connected the rooks. What I'd like to do is stop the use of g5 because knight g5 could be dangerous, and play queen c2 and king e7. I'd be happier in that scenario, I think, with queen c2, king e7. This doesn't look right, actually, king e7, but he is trying to, like, he's got very dangerous potential here. So if I get the queens off, would that be a good idea? Well, I hope it's a good idea. Okay, so maybe I can just do this and use that c file. G6 would be desirable. Yeah, I thought he'd play G6 just then. Okay, I'll stop the use of... Oh, there is knight d4 coming up. Still, I think I've got that c file to play with. If bishop c3, rook c3, I think I'm okay here. If I can, okay, hit d3. That looks like a target. And bishop b3 looks like good news. I mean, bishop b5. Bishop b5. Now, if bishop c3, there's rook takes c3. Yeah, thanks. Okay, tough opponent there in the first game. Thanks. Talk Medita. Okay. Let's try this tango. So fast and furious for a minute. This system has served me very well, generally speaking. Yeah, just in case that's useful, b5, I'm going to cut that out of the equation. I just want to play this f5 plan, as usual. g5, it's not very creative, but it's kind of dangerous, I think. So knight h4, and okay, he could exchange off my light square bishop if he wants, or not. I thought he was going to play bishop g4. That's if it was like King's Indian, you'd kind of want to do that. Okay, there's bishop h5. All right. Can I play rook g8? Oh, I'm going to play rook g8 and try and get some pressure on this g file. So bishop d7, if I can play doubling the rooks, I'll be very happy indeed to double the rooks. Just in case e5 needs support. I mean, it shouldn't do. Maybe it does. Okay, probably does. I'll use the rook then. And that's the distraction. c5 looks like a strategic break as well. It's a bit annoying. H3 looks as though I should play h3. It looks very logical. I don't know why I haven't been considering that much. h3 looks like hg and f3 would be dangerous. Or here, queen h4 coming up. And rook h5. looks mega dangerous because of queen h1, queen h2, queen h1. Thanks to the game, Talk Medita. Okay, yeah, that was. I thought it was dangerous. The G file. I've been looking at these Magnus Carlsen games from his the Blitz World Championship. He did much better than last year. I think he had some disaster last year. Didn't win it anyway. That's probably a disaster by Magnus standards, not winning it. But I was looking at some Blitz games. He's using the English opening quite a bit. Let me play. Maybe it's very provocative to let me play e4 there. This looks. Does black really want to give me this space? It looks as though like knight g5 or d5 here looks very, very dangerous. Oh, d5. This is surely too much. d6 and knight b5 is too much, isn't it? Maybe there's a point. Oh, okay, that's just in time, isn't it? Oh well. It's a point, isn't it? Yeah. Although I'm not sure about bishop d6, you know, because d takes, f takes, there's bishop g6. The double pawns might not be amazing there, because I don't know, queen c2. Okay, so that's played instead, right? In this case, can I play knight b5 with the idea of h5 without knight e5? If I played h5 immediately, knight e5, and if knight b5, there's knight f3 check, because I want to bypass this knight e5. I want to be able to play h5, and maybe knight e5. Knight e5 looks very, very dangerous. In fact, here d6 also looks very dangerous for knight c7. But probably knight e5 makes it even more dangerous, hitting the queen first. So there's a possibility. Well, queen f3, and if d takes, bishop takes, check is mate. You see this queen f3, but I suppose he plays f6. D takes, okay, and then he could take the queen. He plays f6, doesn't he? So although queen f3, f6 is not quite there, I mean, that's really, it's still, there's the issue of d6 for knight c7. Well, just checking this out again, just in case I missed something. Queen f3, f6. Can't really see. Okay, so d6 looks like a better idea for knight c7. And supports knight c7. That looks very dangerous to me. a6, I'm taking with tempo. So knight c6, knight c7 check, king c8. There's knight f7 there. That's probably checkmate. Yeah, knight c6, knight c7. Hang on, what am I saying? No, knight c6, knight c7, and have to give up the queen. Right. So I think I'm just taking this. And I'll stop knight b4 just in case that's dangerous. Yeah, I mean, knight b4 could have been an issue. Okay, so I mean, queen c2 is better just to target h7 for a moment. The knight's loose. It's a tempo gain on the knight potentially. If I play bishop f4, I can get away bishop f4, can't I? I just want to castle queenside. So bishop h7 is threatened. There's knight d7. Pardon me. If I wanted it knight d7, or back, in fact, easier, bishop h7, rook d7. That wins the bishop, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks to be winning the bishop. unless it's stronger. I mean, queen e8, rook f7, rook f7, knight g6, king takes, knight f8. Just looking at that for a moment. All right, thanks for the game, Chef. Friedel, okay. Will I be fried by Friedel today? All right, we'll have a Sicilian Sveshnikov today. Interesting change from London system. Slightly, ever so slightly more exciting. So this is a trap line, c3 or c4, for the big threat of queen a4. So there's no time for g6 because queen a4 and then it's 1-0. So c3, g6, queen a4, 1-0, threatening double check and mates with either knight d6 or knight c7. And if bishop d7, knight takes d6. So that's a trap here. If you're a Sveshnikov player, is the first trap you sort of should be aware of. c3, not to play g6. So there's two moves. Knight g6 is one of them, I think. Which is the one I'm going to play, I think. Or knight f5. So to be able to answer queen a4 with bishop d7 without knight takes d6 here, you see that bishop protecting d6. I've looked at a lot of leader games in this recently. Before I got super busy a few weeks back, and it seemed as though neural networks seem to like black quite a bit, but to imitate what happens in those games is a big ask. I don't really know. Oh, God. This looks as though queen g6 queen g6 plan. f4, the pawns might be a bit shaky, although yeah, I'll try this queen g6. I probably want to consider playing f4. Oh, okay, that's being a bit pedantic. I'll go back and play a6 then. Okay. Cover that base then. Okay. So back to the idea of queen g6. Okay, weakens my dark squares a bit. This knight b5. So queen g6, f4 coming up. So f4 looks as though I should play f4 and bishop g4. Bishop g4 looks, the downside is could take and then use e6 with comfort. There's no challenge on e6. Do I want to give up that light square bishop? f3 instead looks dangerous. Some sort of rook left, if possible, would be interesting. Bishop d8 might be interesting. I think bishop d7 and try and arrange these rooks to come in with a rook left. So how would that work? Or maybe even e3 is a possibility. Alright, now this is hemming in the king. I think the king's being cut a bit from an escape route there. So something like rook here, I thought it looks unnecessary, but okay, I'm aligning against h2 with this move. So bishop h5 to g3, for example, now concretely. Bishop h4 to g3. Or bishop f2 is also dangerous, but bishop g3 might be even more dangerous. That's a pain, isn't it? Although, yeah, I'd like to keep the tension. I'd like to keep the tension here. Rook f6 to h6. Because there's always a queen e1. I don't want this simplification. Keep more tension going. So yeah, rook f6, build up on h2. What does black do anyway? Sorry, what does white do on rook h6 anyway? h3 does bishop h3. Well, that looks provocative. I guess my e3 is weak. I'll try for queen f1 mating or something. Or queen g2 mating. Well, rook f1 is winning the queen here. Is that enough? Or is it backfiring? I could play it with rook e3 and rook f1 first. This will give me a queen d1 check. And this is stronger. Queen f7, there's rook f3. So after rook e3, yeah, queen f7, there's rook f3. But even there, queen f3 is dangerous. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's winning the queen. It's dangerous. Thanks. Okay, the mechanic. I remember the system, but without the f5, I think this might be okay for me. Oh, famous last words. d4, e4 is not nice, but d3 is probably plausible. Knight d5, a3 would stop knight b4 again. So if knight d5, knight e2, knight b4, what do I do about that? So maybe a3 here. So knight e2, queen c2, knight e2, castles, queen c2, b4, bishop e2. Queen c2, b4, bishop b2. Looks like a reasonable structure. If I can get to play bishop b2, there's some pressure on the dot squares. I know a5. Maybe it's better to be more cautious here with b3. I think d4, e4, knight f4, bishop f4, g takes. I would have, there's a blockade, knight d5 that would nullify the bishop. Okay, so b3 has been targeted as well. Okay, I will go for that then. I assume a5, b5, c takes, bishop takes. No, not bishop takes. Is he really going to play a5? I mean, maybe he plays a5, maybe. Okay. Instead of the problem, therefore, what I was saying earlier, d4, e4, knight f4 nullifies the bishop. If I played f4, okay, there's knight g4. What if I played h3 then for f4? I don't want to nullify this bishop with a blockade on d5. So f4 would seem to try to amplify the bishop instead. It's took out the downside of, you know, this with h3, I hope. So that bishop's pretty good. Okay, there's a target now on f5 potentially. Back here. Well, this diagonal looks fantastic now. So g4 looks plausible. So takes and e4 looks plausible. Unless I'm missing a tactic here. I mean, there's queen c3 as well. It's not running into knight e2 yet, but there's king h7, so it's mostly harmless. So I think I'm going to take here for e4. I think e4, knight e3, rook f7, knight c2, rook g7, king h8. Well, there's rook e7 check and then rook e6. Queen c3, there's queen f2. That's embarrassing, so I think I should go with that. I didn't see that far. Okay, I think the two bishops are good though. maybe bishop f1 to e2 to h5. I mean, rook g6 is tempting as well. Okay. King g2 here, or bishop e2. I'm just taking this pawn. It is a pawn. It protects h3. If he doubles, maybe rook h8. On bishop e2, king e3, king f2, or rook g3, king f2. So bishop e2 seems back on the cards without rook h3, because I protected h3 just then. So bishop e2. I'm threatening stuff. So rook e3, king f2. I just think, hold on a sec. Rook f4, yeah, rook f4. There's bishop e5 here if needed, rook h4. Maybe just grabbing another pawn. Mind you, there's bishop g4, doesn't that just win a rook? Bishop g4. Oh, there's rook d6. King d6. I think on any doubling there's bishop d4, so I'm going to take this. So rook f8, bishop d4 if I want to cover f2. So that's covering a lot of entry points, bishop d4. So maybe, just bishop e3 and d4 coming up. Okay, I can just take that, I think. So I can just play bishop. Oh, bishop c5. Picks up a rook. Alright, thanks for the game, mechanic. Yeah, some positional decisions there I think needed to be weighed up. Done off. Okay, so is this a King's Engine or Old Indian? Old Indian style against the English setup. So very positional from my rook b8 and b5. Just because I don't like the bishop pointing at the rook, even if immediately there's no concrete tactics. I don't think it's a good idea to have your variables pointed at with such alignment, the bishop against the rook. But here, I mean, it might be useful anyway, the rook being here for b5 later, or now, in fact, could venture b5, although I'm weakening c6. So BC, I guess. I'm hoping this is a reasonable position emerging here. Queen C7 and Bishop F5 later. Or maybe Knight H4, maybe H6, Bishop F5. So Knight H4, Bishop H7. Right, my pawns could be doubled, which I don't particularly like. So maybe this, or Knight E6. Maybe Knight E6 is more sensible. G6? No. Bishop D7, Bishop B7, C5. Decisions. A5, maybe A5. Well, I think I'm getting done over positionally. I'll see if he is interested in doubling the pawns. I have to shield D6. I mean, yeah. Quite harmonious. Can I play Bishop F5 here though? Some sort of concession, is it? I think it might be because there's a sack available. Knight E6. Once I kick this guy back, because Bishop D6, Rook D6, there's Knight D4. Unless it's some weird exchange sack, this seems to be on the cards. This idea. So Knight E6, pawn sack idea. Okay. Didn't quite anticipate that there. I can go via a long route to D4. Maybe. Via F8. I was just allowed Rook D7. Oh man. Okay. Stop Rook D7. Well, again, Knight G5 to E6. He's going to rule out E6, isn't he? My E6 square is going to be ruled out. Okay. So, Rook F7, Bishop E7. I'm not getting to any key square anytime soon. Unfortunately. Is that any good? That seems a bit random. Oh, mind you, there's a check on Knight F4. Oh, that wins the queen. I think I was starting to get done over position 8 in this game. I didn't really want my double pawns. Okay, thanks for the game. Done off. Okay. Friedel with white now. Go with E3 rather than E4 on this occasion. Okay, so d5, is that too risky? I could probably get the rook out of the firing line. So I think I want to play d5 and hope that I'm not crumbling too much. So e4, maybe f4, f5, e5 for d6. In fact, e5 here looks dangerous for d6. What does he do to e5? This looks like provocation with the rook on a8. Okay, takes, does knight f5. Knight e4 on the other hand. How about g4 if takes d6 without knight f5? Yeah, I think g4. So d6 here. It so happens the knight didn't have that many squares. Knight d5 looks good. Queen h4, do I need to worry about that? I like the idea of a central knight. It should look after a few things. Yes. On the other hand, it's a liability. Oh, it's protected by the bishop. I was just thinking knight g3, bishop d4, and then taking it. Protected by the bishop. So can I not just play this to fracture the pawns and then knight g3? If bishop d4, king h1, h4, there's all sorts of things like knight f5 if takes knight e7. Alright, so now bishop d4 is on the cards for bishop d5. So that is a liability. If I just played it back to c3, or what about knight c7, just the tempo again on knight c7? I'll try knight c7. No, hang on, there's queen g4. Well, then there's knight g3. Ah, it's plausible. It's plausible. As again, it's sort of getting to be a liability. Queen g4, knight g3. Where does the queen go? Where does the queen go here? Okay, but I'm assuming bishop d4 is not deadly. Mind you, king h1, bishop g2. It's kind of dangerous. h6 here. Doing something with that pawn. Here, isn't that hitting the rook? A sort of move hitting the rook. I seem to have some more pieces than my opponent on this occasion. Alright, thanks for the game, Fredel. Okay, Kasparov fan. Hi there, Kasparov fan. C4. So English opening. Inspired by Magnus at the recent World Blitz Championship 2019. So E5 and Bishop D3. This seems to be very provocative. I don't know, it's meant to be provocative. I'm just going to play H4 and Bishop H7 at this rate. Or Knight G5 and Queen H5. I suppose I lose D4. I've got to be a bit careful. I don't want to lose D4. I'll take away these Knight B4. It does seem as though I should be worried about C4 sometimes. Do I need to be? Maybe Queen E2, Knight B3 is mostly harmless. I would have thought C5 to put pressure on the centre rather than this piece play with the knights. If the knight's not doing anything that concrete at the moment. What about B4 just to stop Knight A5? B4, Knight B4. That doesn't look convincing. I'm going to make sure the knights are not being naughty. Knight B4, AB, Bishop B4, Bishop D2. Okay, I'll drive this guy back. So A4 and Knight G5 coming up. If I seal the queen side, surely that gives me a free hand over there. And there's Bishop B4. Could be annoying. No. Right. I could consider just taking that because I don't know about Knight D7. It seems a bit fishy. And D5 is possible because of the Bishop C4 pressure against that pin. I think D5 is more keeping the structure intact. If it's tactically viable on this diagonal, so ED, CD, Knight D5, Bishop C4. I have the prospect of D6 here, which looks visually crushing. D6. So d6 looks crushing. Anything else? Alright, maybe bishop e4 then. So bishop f5, okay, queen c2. This is a target potentially. Okay, might as well just rook d1, knight a4. Alright, maybe I should castle then. Just to unpin this knight, if nothing else. So d6 here. Oh, knight d5 looks like a big move. Oh, potentially it was anyway. It's still reasonable. I think to try and win c4. Or play knight e7. Knight e7 looks pretty strong. Win c4 here. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I want to play rook fd1 and e6. Which threatens e7. There's also bishop d4 here, queen g6. I think e7 first. If rook e8, d7. d7 looks strong here to me. Well, bishop d4 looks good, pinning g7. Now, knight e5 looks good with tempo. Well, queen f5 looks good with the threat of knight f7. Oh, okay, thanks, Explorer fan. Yeah, that was starting to be dangerous. Okay, sorry. 007, 007. Let's see, if I play like this with, okay, fixing that d5. Can I play knight e5 here or not? If knight d7, okay, there's tactics. e3, am I able to play this and offer the bishop, I think. Just to reinforce the e5 outpost. g4 for g5? Is that too crazy? Nothing concrete yet. F takes might be more to the point, undoubling the pawns. The idea of f4 after, or is it? Because g6. Alright, it seems, I don't know. I have no idea actually. I can't work that out. D takes versus F takes. On intuitive grounds, I mean, it looks as though f4 g6 seals things up. It's pointless playing. It seems mostly pointless playing f4. I think I'd have more luck on the dark squares of this C file. The dark squares in the C file here. So dark square play. C file play. Double the rooks. He's going to play that anyway. So if I double the rooks, okay, get ready to eliminate that pesky knight. He's feeding me a dark square pawn here, and also he's giving me the C file on queen a5 b3 rook c8. I can take and get 3 pieces for the queen. But on the other hand, he's given himself bishop b5. Okay. Can I play bishop f? Well, I'm not sure now. Any bishop f1 later. Oh, crikey. Is that queen c5? Oh, this is losing the back row. There's bishop e8. It's not losing a piece, but it's losing control of the back row. h5 is dangerous. b3, a3 should be sufficient. h5, g takes, knight h5, knight h5, rook e8. No, I'll just use it to fracture the pawns. b3 looks good to fix that on a dark square away from the bishop. At this moment, it would give me knight d3 to c5. Any a5, there's bishop f1. I'm not sure h5 is that convincing. So I'll play b3 for a moment. Okay, I think I want to play this to keep the pin. There's bishop f1 coming in on a6. Well, I've just given my opponent knight f5. Okay, it's not clever, is it? There's knight d4 and that holds actually b5, ridiculous. But it holds b5 against bishop b5 as well, not just winning a pawn. Okay, knight e2 then. That's with tempo anyway on the rook. Holds d4 for a moment. 1 minute 20. Check. Actually, I can eliminate this knight on f5. Can I? There's rook d2 if he wants. Okay. Yeah. Pain. 50 seconds as well, not too long. Oh, I think I'm going for a draw at this rate because it's completely messed up. Yeah, I've got nothing. Well played. I think black's fine there, personally. Maybe computer thinks otherwise. I don't know. Black looks great. Well played. I'm getting very short on time as well. Okay. Okay, so this tango. Alright, it's critical test, yes, H4 critical. Just the hem in the bishop and discourage e5. So I think I want to play d6, bishop e7, castle if possible. So bishop e7. I mean, he could play bishop c4 if he wants. I'd probably play c6 and then queen e7. In fact, given that bishop e7 there's bishop c4 and I've taken away my e7 square, it might be worth playing c6 straight off the bat. Or even bishop e6 and there's knight g5. There's bishop g8. Yeah, bishop e6 to g8 just to stop this bishop c4. It's an issue, isn't it? Bishop c4. So, example, rook e1, bishop e6, knight g5, bishop g8. I'll probably end up casting queenside there. Hang on, there's another. I've just noticed something about this. Isn't there bishop g4 for knight h4? So bishop c4, bishop g4. Or knight h4 here. What's wrong with knight h4 here? There's bishop c4. Yeah. Right. So that puts me in trouble, does it? Alright. I think I've got an idea. Rook f8. It's a bit pathetic, I guess. But on the other hand, I think it might be okay to play like this. Yeah. Castle queenside plan. With tempo, I'll get tempo and then try and castle queenside. Queen d7 guards e6 on f3, bishop h3. Okay, I'm going to castle this side where it looks very dangerous. Can I make sure my king's not getting mated that easily? That would be good if my king was not mated too quickly. This all looks a bit dodgy actually now, because b6 looks dangerous with ideas of a6 and bishop a6, and there's also an idea of trapping the bishop with rook f2 to h2. Okay, that's not what I expected though. Oh, is it bishop e6? Okay, let's get out of bishop e6. Little trap set. Well, it could have been a lot worse. If I get the queens off, is there any actual benefit there? Oh, I'll get the queens off, I don't know. I'll just make sure b6 isn't a positional pawn sack for a moment. So he's got a nice domination on the light squares. This is my worst piece. I can try and reroute it to e7 and play for g5. Any a5, that is dangerous. Okay, g6, bishop h6, or bishop g7 as needed. Still, that control over d5 is impressive. Yes, it's a very impressive grip on the position, unfortunately for me. I'm going to try and encourage oh, crikey. Can I move anything here? It's just clearly winning exchange. This is really unpleasant. Okay, is there knight? There isn't even knight c8 coming up. Is that a mistake or something? looks like a mistake. I thought my opponent got overexcited. Yeah. It was just a winning position. Yeah, absolutely smashed. It was a good antidote to my whole Tango, this whole H4 plan. Unfortunately, I don't like to talk about the H4 plan. Okay. Otherwise, Tango would be more mainstream. It's a sideline opening. I know. For a reason, probably that reason. The H4 is giving me a lot of difficulties there. Jeez. Let's take away C4. I want to play bishop E3 and F5. Right, can I not just take here, try and dent the light square control? E6 looks good. Oh, hang on, isn't there Rook F2? Oh, there's E7 check though coming up. Let's unpin. Oh, didn't I miss E7? Yeah, I'm playing far too quickly. I know it's a 3-minute game, but I've played this far too quickly. That was just terrible. Okay. I'm still playing far too quickly. I think my opponent's got me in a grip for trying to match his tempo of play, unfortunately. Okay, 1 minute 51. Time to slow down here. Is there any nice option? This is check, unfortunately. It seems rather forcing. Rook E4, bishop G3, Rook F8, Rook F8, E7. I'll play this move, Rook E4, I think. It looks as though if I take then E7 and then knight F5 and then bishop F7. Okay, so knight F5 here. That's G6. Okay. Knight F5. Is there really G6? There is G6, isn't there? Why can't I take on B7? Okay, knight C5, bishop C6. Oh, my piece is just hanging. Okay, rook C8, rook D4, rook C6, knight E7. Isn't that pawn is still handy? I'll stop the king coming up. I just want to play E7. It's only 33 seconds. E7 looks good. Knight G5, E7, bishop E7. It's only 23 seconds. I might have to pre-move. Yeah, I've played too quickly on certain points. It's very difficult to manage the clock in a 3-minute game. I think I did play too quickly. Exciting though, thanks. Okay. Turn off. I'll try with the Botvinnik style system E4. So I had E3 in an earlier game, so E4 might have stuff going for it as well. So knight GE2. It's a nice clamp on D5 here. So I think King H2 and F4, business as usual. King H2, F4, F5. F5 coming up. Or is it? I think you can just win a pawn there if I played F5. Okay, a build up, I think. Although there is Bishop H6, I think it's a sort of positional gambit of a pawn because he'll be strong on the dark squares, so I'll ignore all that. I'm just going to build up more with Queen D2 and F5. Although taking and Bishop H6 might be tempting. Another tempting thing is just to build up with doubling the rooks here for F takes and Rook F6. I would like him to release the tension here, because that would give me D4 and E5. What F5 here seems possible now that the king's there. This Bishop E4 tactic is going to be a killer pin. That's possible, I think, now. So Bishop F5, Rook F5, Knight F5, Bishop E4, killer pin. I think just build up on the killer pin. So Rook F1 and G4 coming up. Or just G4 coming up. Yeah, the pins are really lethal in chess. Alright, so King H8. Okay, I'm going to take that. And I'm going to play D4 here. I think I want to play Rook F1 and takes and play Bishop D4 after. with another pin against the king. Or just d takes straight off the bat, forget rook f1. D takes, there's no d4 is there? Okay, it does support now the f5 bishop, so I think back to the idea of rook f1, so that rook e5 is not hitting the bishop. I want to play d takes, rook takes, bishop d4. Right, so I'm on d5 here as well, so rook e5 seems logical to protect d5. So rook e5, bishop d4. The rook moves somewhere. This bishop's pinned. It's almost as if there's queen h6, and the rook and the knight are holding h6 there. However, that's a very comfortable position, I think. Alright, so bishop d4 here. Alright, knight f4 looks very juicy for knight g6. Or just knight takes d5. Can I even just play knight takes d5? Or am I going into some pin backfire? Okay, knight g6 looks tempting. Okay, I'll just hold my second rank for a moment. Okay. I could take that, take on d5. And go for knight h5. Right. I might need to hold h. This doubling is a bit of a concern, actually. What about g4 for knight g3? I'm trying to address that concern. It's concern. Knight g3. I can take that. I think I just want to put a pawn on h5 for a moment. Now there's no rook c2 there because my bishop's on c2, and there's no rook e2. So I think let's check anyway. I'll just take that pawn. Right, thanks, enough. Okay, so Fidlev. Okay, so here we go. Fidlev. Bishop b5, eh? Okay, that's an unusual one. So we get sort of oh, hang on. I think this is okay for me. I got the bishop here. I'll stop knight g5 and advance. Castle queenside. Well, there's bishop b2 here winning in exchange. I shouldn't pass that off. Up. Pass that opportunity up. f5. There's knight c5, maybe b6. This is another one trying to encourage me to play super quickly. I need to slow down. I need to think. It's try and avoid randomness. f5. The knight goes somewhere. And then g5. Can I not start pushing these pieces back? Can I? I'm going to try f5. And then g5, I hope. I'm not taking anything for granted in you guys' ratings. I know some of you are much better than your ratings, so I don't want to take anything for granted here. So yeah, I'm taking this seriously. Every game, serious. Is that a mistake though? That particular move could be a mistake. Was it the wrong knight to move? I'll just take that. Oh, thanks. The game fell off. Actually, does anyone want a 3-minute game? Because there's only like 4 minutes left. I'll play Kramnik Student on a 3-minute game. Not because I'm a chicken, but because there's only like 3 minutes left. It's honestly not because I'm a chicken and I don't want to get smashed in my last game. That has never occurred to me. That thought has never ever occurred to me. Yeah, that I want to be completely demolished in the last game. It's only because there's only 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Honest. Although that's not to say I haven't expressed chicken tendencies in many games recently. Okay, okay. So let's see. Let's double the rooks. So knight e5 and f4. Bishop b6. Already, Kramnik Student has got a grip on the position. It's really annoying grip on the position. I've got nothing, have I? I've got no counterplay or anything. And it's only a 3-minute game. Okay. I don't like the position. What has he done to me? How have I got this position? He's got a grip on d4. I've never seen this grip on d4 before. Oh no, I don't know. How horrible is this? I've just lost everything. There's no nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. Do I keep oh crikey. Okay, batten down the hatches. F3 is F3 a move? It's just as bad as anything else. Weaken my dark squares just to hold E4. Okay, I don't want to run into okay, King F2. Okay, I'm now yep. Knight D1. Have I got a mold threat? Queen C7. Queen C3. He's got like nearly double the time. Get rid of the queen. Oh, this is going to be horrible, isn't it? Oh, this is going to be horrible. I'll try and undermine that knight. I don't know. Try and pre-move with some sort of ideas, if possible. Some sort of ideas. Except what? E5? Just giving even more targets. Can I move anywhere? Uh-oh. 22 seconds. He doesn't want to draw, does he? $15. And he's super quick, and I've just got nothing here, have I? Knight e4 to f6. I'm down to no time at all, and there's knight c. Okay. It's pointless. 4 seconds. Oh, 1 second. I've gone on the clock. Oh, he's crushed me on the clock. I've never been so badly crushed on the clock. It was a massive grip, though. I just had no plan there. Well played. Oh, okay, I was stuffed in that last game, as usual. It's a common pattern for me. Completely stuffed in the last game. Anyway, thanks. All right. It was going so well. Today was going so well. Until the last game. I should just do a long speech. If there's 4 minutes to go, I think a long speech summarising the previous games. Okay, thanks anyway. See you next week. Yeah. No, I did notice it was 3 minutes. It was just you were relentless. I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't really do anything there. All right. Cheers then. Anyway, see you next week. Thanks very much.